Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup I'm getting rid of slash throwing out. It's kind of like out with the old, in with the new. Spring cleaning. I'm trying to declutter and just get rid of things that I know that I'm not using on camera, off camera. I have so much makeup and honestly I hate to hoarder it. So I do like to go through it pretty often just to go through things that I either don't like, that are expired, that I don't reach for that often. So I have a pretty good mix here, drugstore high end, of makeup that a lot of it actually is expired or that just didn't work for me, or I just don't really use it that often. So it's like, why keep it? It's taking up space and it's very wasteful. So that is what we're gonna be doing today. Hope you guys enjoy. Of course, don't forget to grab a snack, subscribe if you haven't already, make sure you hit the bell, that way you're notified every time I upload. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So for eyeshadow palettes, I actually hoarder eyeshadow palettes, I would say the most, besides foundations and concealers. Eyeshadows. There's so many ones that are coming out, like I feel like every single week. So the first one that I'm going to be getting rid of is the Picante palette from Karity. It's not that I didn't love this palette, I just wasn't in love with it. And I feel like for the price, it's just like, meh, I don't reach for it that often, and I have so many warm neutrals that for me, this one is just like really not necessary to keep. So really beautiful. You can get this brand at CVS, and I do love the warm tones. Again, I just don't reach for it that often. This is more of like a luxury drugstore brand. Also, it is more pricey compared to most drugstore shadows. So something else to keep in mind. I'm always like a little skeptical with talking about drugstore products that are such like highly priced, like over $20. I feel like for me, drugstore, when I think of drugstore, I think of like $20 and under, and even $20 is a lot for like drugstore slash affordable. But anyways, this is what we're gonna be using today. I'm not really sure what look I'm gonna do. I also have another palette that I actually really did like when I used it. I just feel like it was limited edition at one point, and I don't love to talk about limited edition products on my channel because then you guys can't go out and get them. I know some people say still use it, it doesn't matter, we can use products that we have in our collection, but I just kind of like to talk about products that I know you guys can have access to. This was a really cute palette. I got this around the holiday season, which is one of the reasons I don't love to buy a lot of makeup around the holidays, because a lot of it tends to be limited edition. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to use both of these today, I think. Let's do like maybe a bronze-ish smoky eye, maybe. Okay. I'm going to start off with the shade right here, which is called Bobby. Wait, this one right here. And I'm going to be applying that in my crease. I already primed my lids and everything. These colors are pigmented. Like, they do perform pretty good. I've tried another Karity eyeshadow palette that I wasn't like crazy about, but I just feel like it's one of those things that I'm not crazy about, so like why keep it? I usually always, unless the product is expired, I do like to donate makeup, but like with everything going on, I don't even know like if I should keep doing that, just because again, you know, with everything going on. So I don't know. I'm gonna put this stuff aside that's still good, that's not expired, and we'll see what I do with it. But I'm just a little hesitant. I'll put it in a bin and kind of weigh things out, see what happens, but I do want to just get rid of it because I want to make more room for other products. Let's take this shade right here, which is called Bittersweet, and I'm going to be applying that right on the outer crease. I think it's fun too to go through your makeup, just because I feel like sometimes we get so caught up with like new products. This brush is too big. And like, I don't know about you guys, but like for me, I will continue using like new products, keep testing out new products, and then I'll end up falling in love with the new products, and then I forget about the old stuff. So I think when you have so much makeup, it's hard to go through everything. This brush is still too big. I need like smaller eyeshadow brushes so that when I'm doing like certain looks, I can like really concentrate my products, because sometimes my brushes, I think, for eyes, they're a little bit too big. I'm gonna maybe like place an order on like BH Cosmetics, because I know they have so many brushes. Because sometimes like I want to do certain looks and I feel like all of my brushes, they're a little too like big and fluffy. Here we go. You know when you're looking for like that one brush? That's me. Here we go. Sigma E25 blending brush. I have a new brush that's like this, like a brand new one, but I love the old one because it just, I feel like fits perfectly right into my crease. I feel like the old brushes always are just like the best brushes because they're like molded just how you like them. I've had this brush since I was like a senior in high school and it's still going strong. I love it. I brought this color up a little too far in the crease, but I'm gonna just blend it out and hope for the best. I'm gonna go back into this palette over here, the CAI palette, and I'm gonna take this bronzy shade right in here. It's called Truffle, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. I'm gonna dip and then spray my brush. Pretty. It's like just a nice bronzy kind of smoky eye. Whenever my crease shade doesn't look super blended, I always just add a bronzy shade and just call it a day. Let me know how you guys feel about, I hate saying the word influencer, YouTubers using products that are no longer available in makeup tutorials. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. For me personally, I just, like, if somebody's using a product and like I want to go get my hands on it and it's not available, it's kind of like a bummer, you know what I mean? Like, I know that there's always like dupes and other alternatives, but let me know your thoughts. I'm kind of feeling the shades in this palette a little bit more actually than the other palette that I was just using. I'm gonna take the shade right here, which is called Whipped, and I'm gonna apply that a little bit more out here to blend and just keep deepening this up. I'm gonna take the shade Toasted Almond and I'm gonna apply that in my crease. Ooh, this is looking like a fall makeup look and it's like spring. Let's go back into the Picante palette. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade right here, which is called Fuego. And this is like a really pretty like rose gold kind of shade. I'm gonna take that right on my lid just with my finger to add a little bit of like light to this center portion. Let's see, it just adds like a little lightness. These palettes aren't bad. I think I kind of like this one more. I remember when I got this, I got it at Target and it was relatively very affordable. Now for eyeliner, I'm gonna use this one from Profusion. The reason I'm getting rid of this, I don't really love the tip of it. I wish it was a little bit thicker, but this is their Wing It Superfine eyeliner. I mean, it does say on here, it's a superfine liner, but it is just a little too thin for me. I just need a little bit more thickness with a liner like this. Like, it definitely works, it's just not my favorite. So I'm gonna just do a wing. I think the tip is really good for doing like a super pointy like wing tip, but the actual like pen itself, if it was a little bit thicker, it would be perfect. I feel like with this, you also have to go over the liner like a million times because it is such a thin little like tip. For mascara, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Wear mascara. Mascara is actually one of those things that I really do get rid of pretty often just because my eyes are so sensitive. I hate keeping like 100 mascaras because I just don't really see the point. The reason I don't love this one is because I don't really get much from it with my lashes. I love the Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus mascara. That's like an old favorite. But for me, okay, sorry, I'm just distracted by the fact that my liner is not super black right now. But for me, this doesn't really do much for the top or the lower lashes, so it's gotta go. PSA, if you have any mascaras that have been in your collection for longer than like 4 to 6 months, they gotta go. Get rid of them. I heard that mascaras actually expire after 3 months, so friendly reminder. For lashes, I have these from Ardell. These are the Remy lashes. I really love Ardell lashes. I love like their OG, like traditional lashes that they have, like the regular like wispies. I love their double up line, but their new lashes that they came out with, like their faux mink, like these Remy lashes, I don't know what it is. I just don't like the way that they look. I just don't like the lash itself and like the way that they apply. I don't know, they kind of bend and curve all weird, so I'm not obsessed with them for that reason. They do have really pretty styles. I feel like they almost look prettier in the case, but then when you actually put them on, I don't know, they don't look so hot. So this is a style 776. Okay, now for the skin, I'm gonna use the Smashbox So Chill Coconut Primer Water. I need to just throw this out because I've had this for like 3 years and I have a little bit left. This is so old, it's like embarrassing. It's not even available anymore because it was like a limited edition thing, but I did like it. For primer, I'm going to use the NYX Bare With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. I actually did like a dupe comparison between this as well as the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I still really love the Milk one compared to this. I don't know, I feel like for the price, I would rather spend money on the Milk one. This is like $17, and not that it's absolutely terrible. I'm so like always hesitant to like rave about drugstore products that are just that high in price. And for the price, I also didn't like obsess over it. Like I wasn't in love with it. But this is what it looks like. It's just like a jelly kind of primer. I've just come to the conclusion that I don't love this. So I'm just gonna put this on. It doesn't feel bad on the skin, but I don't know. I'm just not obsessed with it for $17. Like I always think, okay, would I repurchase this product? And for me, this is a no. So if I'm not gonna repurchase it, I'm not gonna rave about it. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. The reason I'm gonna actually throw this out is because this is 3 years old and it's so old and crusty. It's like, I don't even know why I still have this in my collection. If you actually look on the back of your products, it'll tell you, like it's so tiny you can't even see it, but some of your products will tell you like how long this product expires. So for this one, it says 18 months. So I've definitely had this, like I said, for like 3 years. So it's time to go. But I did really like this when I did use it. It was great coverage. I've also just like kind of come to the conclusion that I don't love, like I don't want to say I don't love stick foundations because I do have a few that I've tried that are really great, but I definitely prefer just like a regular traditional foundation. I'm going to use my Flower Beauty brush and I'm actually going to spray it because this foundation is feeling a little thick. This is actually, what is this called? It doesn't have a name on it. I believe this is just like a powder brush, but I really like it for foundation. This is a really good foundation though if you do like stick foundations. Like I said, wow, it has good coverage. This color is nice on me actually. I just prefer like a regular like liquid foundation. I feel like it just, something about it. I just love a good classic foundation. This one is in the shade Nude and it actually matches really well. Oh, I gotta put these lashes on, hold on. Some of the new styles from Ardell too, like when you try to apply them, they'll kind of like curl and it makes it really difficult to keep them on, and that's another thing that I don't love about them. Next for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. I didn't love the coverage on this. I love their Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, but this for some reason, I don't know what it is, but I don't love it. And it's funny because I love the Born to Glow foundation. That one is amazing, it's so good. But this one, I don't know, just something about it. I'm not crazy about it. It is very light also, so I'm gonna just do about that much. What shade is this? This is a little too light. Vanilla. I like medium to full coverage. You guys know me. Not terrible, but for me personally, I just don't like it that much to keep using it or to repurchase. And for powder, I'm gonna go in with this. This I absolutely do not like. This is probably the one product in here that like I'm absolutely gonna throw out in the trash because I don't have anything good to say about it. This is the Catrice HD Baked and Setting Loose Powder. Ooh, this is just terrible. It looks horrible in pictures. It is so dry and I just don't love it. Somebody told me though when I first tested this out in my video, they had super oily skin and they really liked it. But for me, I just don't. It's just a no-go for me. So I'm gonna use a brush to apply this because when I used it with a sponge, it just flies everywhere and it almost like, I was almost having a little bit of a hard time breathing. Like when you inhale it, it's like, so I'm gonna use a brush just to press this in. This brush, by the way, I've been getting so many questions about it. This is from the Sephora collection. It's the Highlight and Contour brush. I got it in a set like 2 years ago. It's just like a little traditional domed brush. The powder too, when you do too much and when you're applying it, it does make you cough like when you inhale it. So something to keep in mind. That's another reason I don't love it, is it's like, what am I breathing in? So then for brows, I'm gonna go ahead and set them. I have two here that I wanted to mention. I have the NYX Bare With Me Brow Setter. And the reason I don't like this is just because I feel like the clear brow gel kind of vibe for me. It just doesn't work. It doesn't really, I feel like, set my brows. It kind of like separates the product, and it just never looks good. And I have this one from Hourglass. This is their Arch Brow Shaping Gel. I really like the brush on this. I feel like if it was tinted though, I would like it more, just because again, I feel like whenever I'm using a clear brow gel, it just doesn't work. It kind of just separates the product, and I feel like there's gaps in between my brows. I don't know if maybe that's kind of the point or what, but yeah, this is what the Hourglass one looks like. So it has like a bigger brush than the NYX one. Again, I've come to the conclusion that me and clear brow gels, we just don't work. Do you see what I mean? Like, it kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I just prefer something with a tint, because I feel like if you have any like sparse kind of hairs, it goes through and it kind of fills them in. I'm gonna do the other brow with the NYX one. Let's finish up the eyes. Since we are here, I'm gonna go into the Picante palette. I just like saying that, Picante. Let's go into this color right here. I'm gonna actually mix these two on the bottom, and I'm gonna put those right on the lower lashes. Oh, do I have any eyeliners that I'm getting rid of? Like waterline liners? I don't know. I didn't even grab that. I feel like I'm pretty up to date with my liners. Like, I don't have a lot of liners that like I don't like or that don't work. No, I actually don't have any waterline liners that like I'm getting rid of. So I'm gonna just use this Milani Stay Put liner really quick just to line my waterline. Wait, this one, what? This one's in the shade Picante. How funny is that? It like matches perfectly. I don't know why I got so excited about that, because I'm sure there's a lot of brands with like the same names of stuff. But then for bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Baked Blush Bronze in the shade Ritual. I just honestly don't reach for this that often. I'm gonna kind of put this aside. I don't think I'm gonna actually throw this out. This might be maybe like a maybe donate bin, just because again, with everything going on, I don't know if I really want to donate makeup at this point. But it's a nice bronzer. I actually really like it. I just don't use it that much. I have so many other favorites now. This was like a favorite of mine, like I'm pretty sure like last year or so, and it's great. It's just not something that I use very much to just continue to keep in my collection. I kind of want to do a little bit more on the lower lashes now that I'm looking at this look. I'm going to take some of this shade right down here. I want to like make it a little bit more red to match with the waterline liner. This one's Toasted Almond from earlier. I'm going to smoke this out a little bit more. Make it a little smoky, a little sultry. I just wanted to like double check. So I went on to my video where I first talked about this eyeshadow palette, and it's really not available anymore, which is so sad because it's like such a cute palette. Like, it really is so nice. It kind of reminds me of Violet Voss. I swear sometimes in the makeup world, they make products that are no longer available anymore that are like really, really good. And then they'll keep some of the products that really aren't that great still in stock for like decades, and like I don't understand, because there's some products that you're like, why is this discontinued? Why is it unavailable anymore? Because it's like bomb. Like, this is so good. Why can't you get it at Target anymore? For blush, I have the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. I loved this palette. I mean, clearly it has a bunch of like peachy tones. It's just not available anymore. Again, like, I don't know why, but this is really, really pretty. I also just don't really reach for it that often. I have so many other blushes, but this is gorgeous. e.l.f. has really great blush palettes. They have like their quads that are really pretty, where I feel like you can get like a really similar kind of vibe. This is a gorgeous palette though. I bought this, I believe, like a year and a half ago, and it's stunning, as you can see, but it is a little powdery though, I will admit. Now for highlighter, this is gonna be a surprise, but this is one of those products that I'm just like not necessarily gonna throw out. I'm gonna kind of push to the side because I just don't use it. Let me see, 24 months. Ooh, I've definitely had this for over 24 months. This is definitely also an expired product. Maybe I should just throw it out, because I've definitely had this, I think, for like 3, maybe even 4 years. But this is Becca's highlighter. This one is in the shade Opal. I honestly don't love Becca's highlighter formula anymore. Now that I've tried so many within the past couple years, I first discovered a Becca highlighter, I think it was back in 2015. I mean, since then, I feel like highlighters just like blew up, and I don't love this formula. Now that I use it more, it's really pretty, like it works, but it's a little powdery for me. I'm like dipping my brush very lightly because if you do too much, it definitely is a super powdery formula, but I just don't love it. I'm not obsessed like I used to be, but I definitely have other favorites. I don't really ever use a Becca highlighter anymore, like ever. Let me do my lips really quick. So I have a lip liner here from Jordanna. The reason I'm actually throwing this out is just because it's really old and it's really dried up. I was using this actually the other day and it like completely broke on me when I was trying to do my lips, but this one's in the shade Tawny. I really actually love this color. It's just, again, the formula is just so old and dried out. Well, it's dried out because it's old. So I'm gonna just throw this out. I honestly don't really use Jordanna that much anymore. They used to have their lip liners at my local Walgreens and they don't have this brand there anymore. Okay, I just missed in the trash can, so hopefully I don't step on that later. Now for liquid lipstick, I'm going to use this one from COLLAB. This is their Matte Addiction Liquid Lip Color. I feel like the darker you get with their liquid lipstick formula, the drier the formula is. Like, it's not absolutely terrible. I don't love it enough to keep it. It's a really pretty color. Wait, what color is it? Tease. And the darker that you get also, the color is actually a little splotchy. Okay, now to set my makeup, I'm gonna use something that I'm so sad about because I thought that it was such a good setting spray, and then one of you guys were like, girl, that has glitter in it. And I was testing it out more and I put it on my arm and I went into natural light and I was like, it does. So this is the NYX Radiant Finish setting spray. This is just glitter in a bottle. And I didn't notice it at first because actually, I don't know why I didn't notice it, but I was outside actually one day and I thought, I was like, oh, like I have glitter on my face. I was like, maybe I used a little bit too much highlighter, or maybe like I forgot to wipe off my eyeshadow fallout. And then one of you guys were like, that setting spray has glitter in it. So then I like sprayed my arm, I went into the sunlight and it does. It's literally a glitter spray. Something else I don't like about these liquid lipsticks is that they're kind of sticky too, like, do you see what I mean? I don't love that. I wonder if you can see the glitter if I put a flashlight to my face. Oh, do you see that? Tell me you don't see that. I wonder if you can. I can see it right now. Like, it's literally glitter everywhere. Oh my God. Wow. What a mess. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. As always, please do not take offense if I talk about a product you really like, or, you know, it's really nothing against the brands. It's just like, I feel like with every brand, there's always a couple products or a couple things that just didn't work out. And you know, that's just the beauty of makeup. Everything works differently for everybody, but some of these products are actually like really nice. Like the foundation I thought was great. It's just expired. The bronzer, you know, it was an old favorite of mine. I just feel like I don't use it as much, so why keep it? But some of these products, I can see why I don't use them anymore and why I'm getting rid of them, like the powder, this setting spray. I mean, this is literally just straight up glitter. This is like a glitter body spray. Like, concealer, it's just not really great coverage. The brow gels, I don't like. The overall look is cute, but I can see why I'm getting rid of a lot of these things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what products you've tried that you have not been impressed with lately down below, drugstore, high-end, and feel free to leave more video requests as well. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're all doing well. Sending you lots of love. Virtual hug. So I love you guys and I'll see you soon. Bye.